in the commentary box, and buzzing for this one, Simon Webb and Shane Thompson.
Thank you, Stephen. Yeah, fantastic opening match to this group. And we have another great match lined up here. Rob Wharne now takes the mantle of the top seed in this section of the draw, thanks to the departure of Gareth Potts. But that doesn't mean a huge amount in the pool world, and this match is a very tough one to call. Luke Gilbert, a young star making his way in the game, has to sit and watch at the moment because Rob has the first opportunity, and delighted to say that Shane Thompson joins me on commentary for this one. And Shane, it is a good matchup, this one, a tough one to call.
Yeah, it's a very good game. I think Luke had a really good win in the qualifiers against Liam to get through. I can't quite remember who Rob played to qualify, but yeah, no, this should be a cracker.
Yeah, Rob played Peter Mullaney, one of the new challengers promoted this year. Luke Gilbert had a great win over Liam Dunster, one of the top players in the world, wild-carded into the Ultimate Pool ranks. Beat him in his first match. A couple of key shots coming up here for Rob to get us going in this first match. Last three balls don't connect particularly well.
Yeah, I think anything but straight here and he's fine.
You can tell where he's left it nice and high, trying to guarantee not being straight. But now the red can get into play.
Yeah, I thought he would have come the other side of the yellow. It does pass to the top left as we look.
It's landed nicely enough on the double then for the opening frame. And in it drops. Excellent start for Rob Wharne then. Great clearance to get us underway.
Yeah, this table is breaking really big as well, so you're going to see plenty of that.
Well, it's certainly broken big for Luke Gilbert, but unfortunately for him, cue ball kicked into the corner pocket, so it's going to be Rob Wharne with the opportunity off it.
That's a sick one as well. Cannon off 2 or 3 balls.
Yellow balls on the play.
Really good chance here for Rob just to make it 2-0 quickly.
Yeah, the yellows are quite nice here. I think he might be playing on the double now, just to get out of the way. Unless he wants to play this long and screw back up for it in the middle.
Yeah, that's not great. He's thinking yellow off red just to hold the cue ball a little bit straighter, but then it doesn't really help him.
Yeah, that's tough, that. Luke would be delighted with this chance.
Yeah, he will have expected Rob Wharne to take those out. Very impressed with Luke Gilbert every time we get to see him play. Came through the challenger ranks on year 1 of Ultimate Pool. So this is the beginning of his second year as an Ultimate Pool professional, and really improving.
Yeah, he's never looked out of place at all.
No.
Yeah, he's a confident lad as well. He's won a few world titles under 18s and 23s. He just lost in the final of the Europeans, of the Worlds actually. He lost in the final to Scott Muscat, I think.
Yeah, it was in Killarney. Slightly awkward. Might have to replan here. Was thinking about putting it in between the two on the left-hand side, and he's ended up too close to the bottom one.
Yeah, I think he'll have to play this red in the middle of the 3 to the bottom right and come off 2.
Well, maybe he can't see enough of it. This is really, really tough now.
It does look tight from over red, doesn't it?
And a foul's been called. Even though the red's gone in, he has hit the red with his cue. Watch the cue on the red. Hard to see it there, but it definitely moved.
Eagle Eye Scott Price.
Yeah, he's not going to miss a trick out there. Our referee, Scott Price. And Rob Wharne let off then. Big error from him, not making the clearance. And Luke will be very disappointed with that. No mistakes for the second opportunity, and
I'm not sure if he just loses interest or not, but he just doesn't seem to enjoy them as much. Yeah, that could be one of the reasons why.
a slight hand of apology this time because the cue ball's close to the right centre pocket, but ball's flying in everywhere. He does have a huge break.
Yeah, it's massive.
And look at this leave.
Yeah, this is just what you want to go 3-0. Can't see any problems there at all.
Do you think it changes the players out there, Rob and Luke's perspective on this match? Because they can't avoid the noise of what's going on. I mean, you know, Gareth's such a big name in the sport. So Gareth Potts, if you've just joined us, lost out to Mark Fleming in a fantastic opening match, full of drama and twists, and a great victory for the Scotsman. But obviously Mark will play the winner of this match following this match. Do these two, does you think that enters players' minds? Do you think, oh, if I get through this, I'm playing Mark, not Gareth? Not that, you know, they couldn't beat Gareth, but do you think that factors in at all?
Yeah, well, obviously Gareth, I'm guessing, was a massive favourite in that first match. So these boys will be delighted that Mark's took him out because, well, I'm pretty sure the rest of the field will be happy as well.
True, yeah.
But as we've seen, Mark can play the game.
Yeah,
the same house sort of thing.
He also had another good run in the Pro Series after making the final as well. You know, it wasn't a kind of one-off, you know, performance. He's backed that up with other performances since. And went well in the Players' Championship. You know, looked really good in other tournaments as well. So really showed this year. You know, I think he's elevated himself to another level over the course of the last 12 months or so.
Yeah.
Big things ahead for Rob. That's what makes this match so fascinating.
Yeah, they're probably both in the same sort of position because Luke's had a few good runs as well. He's just not had that one big run that's made him a final. But it's hard though, like, to keep doing it, especially with the players in it now. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think the best we saw from Luke Gilbert was when he played in the Players' Championship. He was the only player in the whole tournament to come through the group stages undefeated, and that was a tournament that he was in the group that included Mick Hill, and it was only a fantastic performance from Mark Allen playing his first Ultimate Pool event that stopped him from making it through to that group final in the end. Mark losing out to Mick in the group final in a dramatic, high-quality match as well. But he really showcased on that weekend the level that he's at.
He's starting to look more comfortable out there with every event as well, which is obviously good.
Well, he's got a big shot to play in a minute. The 8-ball is a long way away from the rest of his work and very well guarded. And he's left himself no angle.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
That's a poor one.
I think he might have to play the double and just float the white down.
I was trying to work out if he can force any sort of angle there.
I think with this new cloth, I don't think you can play. I don't think you can play it with a load of top and side because it's going to slide. So I think he has to play the double. Yeah, he had to play it. Is he flute there? No.
I wondered if he could have played the double without raising the butt of the cue and have the cue ball come down the left-hand side. I know it's shorter position, but there seemed more room. Anyway, it's a poor positional shot onto his final red that's really cost him. And that's 2 chances for Luke Gilbert in the match, and both of them have gone astray.
Yeah, I think I would have played at plain ball, to be fair. Just make sure. He's in some trouble here.
Mark that one down. Rob Wharne safety shot. There won't be many. This is a very tough hit. Well, coming 2 cushions. He's going to be, if he does hit the red, he won't be too far away from potting it.
Yeah, it's almost, the potting angle is what's nicking out in it, so if he hits it, he should be close. See that slide off the first rail.
Yeah, very, very tough to judge. Should have got you to draw some lines on the screen, Shane. You were in year 1, you're the #1 player through pinpoint accuracy and cue ball control, but when you won the Pro Series title a month or so ago, you were Shane Thompson, the shot maker. You came up with some big shots in that tournament.
Yeah, I've seen that starting to stick again. Sometimes you have to do that sort of thing. It's not all plain sailing. Sometimes you got to pull off a shot or win scrappy. Can't always be perfect. I think that's what some people forget as well, like when they're watching on the telly. Like you're not going to always play at your best.
Yeah, the game can be made to look so easy by you guys, but the game really is not easy at all. To make the game look easy, you've got to play a really high level and pinpoint control, really good patterns. And there are times when you guys make us think like we can all go out there and mop them up, but it really isn't that easy. Rob's certainly gone through these ones nicely enough though, and he's got an opportunity right here to really break the back of this match.
Yeah, 4-0's huge.
Yeah, 4-0, and it's Rob Wharne's break next. He's done both his first 2 breaks with clearances, so he's in a really strong position here.
It's another big break. I think if that 8 passes the red, I think yellows could be the set balls here.
He really does have that sort of power that makes a number of players jealous, because he's giving that everything. He hasn't caught that front ball square. He's not hit that anywhere near as good as he can. But look at the power he generates even with that.
He hits it as almost like he's just not worrying about the cue ball. He's just hitting it.
He's hitting it, just giving it as much as he can.
Yeah.
Doesn't always control the cue ball as well as others, but he always generates that big power. Question for me, does the 8 ball go top left? If it does, and this is a really good chance. If it only goes top right, he does have a...
Oh, wow.
It doesn't matter now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying at the start. If the 8 passes the red, which it looks quite tight, but I think it does go. Obviously, Luke's going to hope that he doesn't get the chance to find out. I think if Luke's on the double now, he has to play it. I think he has to play it, yeah.
The frustrating thing here for Luke is I don't think he'd really want to get rid of this red. That's such a nice last ball. Now he's going to have to play the one on the bottom cushion, or the left-hand side cushion at the bottom, to get on the one on the break line with an angle to get on the 8 ball, and that is not easy.
Yeah, this is tough, this.
Whereas if he could have been playing this one down the cushion with just the one over the top left-hand corner as his last ball, it would be fairly routine for him. So a really big shot required right now. Get it back.
Blue spot
Just,
area, I think.
yeah, just past the blue spot. He's done well to make sure he's got plenty of angle.
He's played that really well.
And he's hit that beautifully.
If anything, he's hit it too well.
Yeah, he's come too far across the table. May have to play short position or come across the top of the 8 ball. Whereas if he stops nearer the blue spot, he just floats it in. 8 ball, same pocket.
Four-nil down. This is a nervy one as well. He's not nice.
Excellent. Great shot from lightning Luke Gilbert.
Yeah, because it could just be a case of one drive break from Rob and Luke's back in the game. But instead, Luke's gone dry.
Yeah, it's gone the other way.
I think yellows are the balls here. It's whether missed it.
Well, there's a couple of misses on the bounce for Rob Wharne. Much easier chance now for Luke Gilbert than it was for Rob. That was a tricky cutback. These aren't too bad. One by the 8 ball. May not have a pocket. Plenty of balls around it.
I think it goes top left on it. But
top left, yeah.
I think if he can get on the ball underneath the red, then he might be able to nudge the red away.
That wasn't a great shot from Luke. Left himself hampered queuing, and it may not be the best of angles here. Gets through that one well.
Yeah, if he can get into the gap of the two, yeah, where he's pointing his cue, and he can pop the yellow screw into the red just to move the red out of the way.
Oh, he's a touch short.
Yeah, I think he was worried about the pace of the table because it is playing quite quick out there.
Has to play the one he's nearest to now, which means when he does play the other one, it's not. He has to play on the awkward one.
Yeah, this ain't nice.
Just that one extra roll makes all the difference in the world.
That's not the best of safety shots. He's left Rob a chance here.
Rob Wharne is one of the best potters in Ultimate Pool, and he's missed 3 straight pots. And I didn't really see any of them coming.
No, and he's definitely gone for that pot as well. So
I can't see him missing the next one.
I think Luke's opened the pocket for this red underneath the 8 as well. So.
Yeah, it's now wide open for Rob Wharne.
Shouldn't be any problems here. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, got the choice. Be keen to leave the one below the 8 ball as last ball because it connects him to the 8 ball. So anywhere near straight in on that, and you're all good. So just decide which way round you want to do these two.
Yeah, that's perfect. It's not many times you'll see someone miss a ball 3 times and still get away with the frame.
Well, there are times with Ultimate Pool that 3 missed pots is you done in a match or a tournament.
It's a match gone, yeah.
Yeah, and he's missed 3 in 3 consecutive pots, and he's only been punished 1 frame for it. Loose cue ball again. But this time, nothing else dropping in. So maybe still time for a twist here for Luke Gilbert.
20 minutes left.
Yeah, time isn't really his issue, is it? He's got to start taking more of his chances.
Yeah. These balls are coming out a bit scrappy as well.
Playing great players, it's hard to turn around a match at 5-1 unless you start taking out first visit finishes yourself.
Well, I know if Luke's 5-1 up, he's playing this red as a double first shot. The bat ball.
I think if the yellow slides to the bottom right, which I think it does, there's got to be an option on yellows. 2 bad yellows at the top, but a ball nearby enough to open it up.
Yeah, he's playing the double.
He's going your way. This feels like frame ball. He missed it by quite a way.
I think that's the shot you play at 5-1 up rather than 5-1 down. But I think, like you said, Luke had to take his chances, and if he gets that ball, then it's frame over really. But now it should be frame over anyway.
Yeah, I guess the one above the right-hand centre pocket still needs just to be dealt with, but
it goes up long, but
yeah,
you have to take care.
Yeah, when we say it feels like frame ball, we don't mean it's absolutely certain, but that's why he took on the double, because in Luke's mind, he's thinking, if I make this is a really, really good chance. And in in the 30 seconds he has, he's got to weigh up the difference between making that double and the clearance thereafter, or trying to develop the yellows, which were tricky at the top.
Yeah, Rob's not really played that great. He's got a bit too much angle here, I think. It's a tough shot now. He's up. Ooh. For a second I thought I was going to drop.
It's just keeping Luke interested.
I think if Luke had played a loss of turn and leave the white behind the yellow, he's... Yeah, that's a great shot. That was left the gap.
Oh, he's having a very, very good look. I'd be very disappointed if he has, and Rob's eyeing it up as well. This must be very close. No gap there.
But if he gets a hit, then he should go.
Ooh, that little nudge just means it doesn't now go bottom right, so he'll probably have to use his cue-borne hand to play short position on it, which may not have been the case if he didn't move it.
I'm guessing the yellows are close together. I think the one above will be the plant.
Yeah, with the yellow over the pocket now, it now plants, because you can sort of miss it on the left-hand jaw. And that's come out okay.
And there's still 16 minutes left. I think Luke still needs to take these out pretty quick, really, because I mean he's gonna need 3 more frames minimum. And if the balls go scrappy, then that's a lot of time you're gonna lose.
Well, frame on the board for Luke Gilbert. Gets one back, still trails by 3, 5 frames to 2.
That's a very wide open group, that one.
Yeah, the seeds in this quarter of the draw have all fallen. Stevie Dempsey was the top seed in this section of the draw, the number 4 seed. He lost in qualifying to Jake McCartney, who takes the top seeded spot in that group. And then in group 3 it was Gareth Potts, but he has now fallen to Mark Fleming.
Extension call.
Right. Luke's made a ball. It's not absolutely wide open here, but it's an opportunity to put together a first visit chance.
It's a chance he has to take as well.
Yeah, one that he really desperately needs here. Not just because one more frame would put Rob on the verge, race to 7 here, but also the clock is starting to tick away.
Yeah, it goes quicker than you think as well. It's when you start a frame, you could be on 16 minutes, and all of a sudden, you've lost half your time in one frame.
How much time do you, how often are you clock watching? You're obviously not looking at the clock right now. Luke's just thinking about the finish here, but if you're sat in your chair, are you keeping a good eye on that clock and thinking about whether you need to completely up the pace or not, or whether you can stay in your normal rhythm?
I think I never really look until the 15 seconds start coming in.
So you just allow that beep to come in at 10 minutes.
It's kind of like an alarm, like a reminder.
Yeah, so you'd have to be a long way behind for it to come into your mind before the 10. And you can win a 15 seconds a shot, which we'll have for the final 10 minutes. You can get on a run and win a bunch of frames quickly. A lot can happen quickly. But disappointingly for Luke, he didn't land on the ball there. I thought he was on the red to the corner. I thought he squeezed through the gap, but obviously not. And that's another disappointing visit to the table.
Yeah, and you see Luke have a look at the clock there, so he's quite mindful of it. He knows he's going to lose quite a lot of time, especially with Rob potting balls now. Surprised Rob's not really taking his time. Oh no, you can you? The last 10 minutes you can take your time on it. Is that right?
Yeah, in terms of time wasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think calling for a 15-second extension there to work out what you want to do wouldn't be classed as that.
Of course.
What you're referring to is that you've got a simple 8 ball over a pocket, and you call for an extension and stand there for 30 seconds.
I think Rob's going to play a loss of turn here. Yellow down. Oh no, he's not. He's going.
It just shows you how aggressive he is.
Yeah,
always looking for that aggressive option. Won't be thrilled with the way that's come out though.
Yeah, I thought he would have left that there because the yellow was stopping the red going in the top right, and he could have played the loss of turn, one down the rail. So yeah, I'm quite surprised.
Yeah, 5-2 up feels a comfortable position with 12 minutes left on the clock, but it doesn't take much for it to turn around. You can't just be kind of reckless in that situation. I'm not saying that Rob has been. It's just...
Well, it's one dry break from Rob, and Luke could be back in the game.
Other players may have played the situation more, is what I'm sort of referring to.
Has he put that?
I think he's may have even thought about that.
To be fair, he's played a good shot there.
Yeah.
So he's blocked the pocket. Luke's got to try and screw up the table now and play reds into the right middle.
One good positional shot feels like we'll win him the frame though.
That's perfect.
Yeah, and that's excellent.
That is perfect. Great shot. So I was saying now, if Rob goes dry here and leaves Luke a finish, then he's got a great chance.
Yeah, 2 frames on the trot, 3 in 4 for Luke Gilbert, and he had an opportunity in the 4th one as well.
Yeah, that one in Gaz's match was ridiculous.
This time he controls it well, but still doesn't get a ball to drop for him.
It's dry.
Has he left anything? Yes, he's got some sort of shot on reds. It's not, I wouldn't say it's easy.
It's not, no. You cut in the red to the middle, the one just below the
I
yellow.
wondered if the long plant was on,
I think the yellow could be in the way.
It might well be. This is awkward, actually. Oh,
Yeah,
brilliant.
I think that was a shot.
He hasn't landed on anything, deserved better. Well, it's touching ball, which I guess helps him.
I think if it's touching, I'll be doubling this yellow into the reds, like trying to open them up. Oh.
Well, he hasn't done that. He's just played safe off it. Turned the
I
table
thought he
over.
might have tried nudging it into the red on the rail just to get it off the rail, because it's in a bit of a horrible place.
I guess the only reason against that is that you'd have to have the cue ball moving quite a lot.
Yeah.
maybe that red that you're talking about could come off the other red as well. So the red below the 8 ball pops off the other one, and that might open it up. But he has kept Rob at arm's length though. He's tried to play his own loss of turn shot, not quite worked. Although he's probably thinking more about getting that in and around that red and making it more of a blocker getting out from it than actually making it. Make it messy, make it as awkward as you possibly can. Well, maybe an opportunity here for Luke to play a little safety off that red that you're talking about being awkward.
I think play it thin with a bit of run inside. Yeah, shot.
Really nicely played.
I think he's covered that red up a little bit there. I'm not sure if that red goes now. Goes long, I think, but...
And you just heard our referee, Scott Price, announced the 15 seconds a shot as well.
Oh, he's potted it.
Potted it, probably didn't want to.
That's done Luke a favour as well, because he's going to have to now play the yellow that's next to the red.
Well, didn't want to, and then ended up doing it off the cushion. Anyway, have to hit that firm enough to make sure you hit a cushion after contact. So you couldn't just come off the bottom cushion and rest into those yellows.
I think if this red goes long, I think he's got to play that.
He's got his extension.
I don't think he wanted to use it. I'm not sure why though, because
that was the key shot. If he gets that shot right, he can win the frame.
Yeah.
In the end, he didn't really play anything other than just open up those 2 balls and the 8 ball. He's taking a little bit of a risk.
I'm not sure about that one.
Can only assume he felt like he could make the big pocket double there, but that looked very, very tough. So now a great opportunity for Luke Gilbert to make it 5-4. And at 5-1, with all the opportunities that Luke Gilbert had missed, did not think this match was going to squeeze up and get tight. It felt like Rob was just going to get there and get it done. All of a sudden, this match has a very different complexion for the final 8.5 minutes.
If Luke can get this frame on the board, his break is going to be huge next.
And we haven't seen the best of Luke Gilbert's break, but he does have a great break.
He does hit him really good, to be fair.
Yeah.
I just noticed he got a break cue. I don't think I've ever seen him with a break cue before.
Oh, 8 balls flying. Everything's flying.
That's dry.
And nothing's in. That's unbelievable.
Wow.
I mean, that's as big a break as you can see with nothing going in.
How good has he hit them as well? Incredible.
And look at the chance that Rob Wharne's being presented with. Yellow on the right-hand side needs landing on. Everything else wide open, including the 8 ball.
Yeah, he's...
Rob's actually got form of this sort of match. Remember a match earlier on this season, he was 5-0 up, pegged back to 5-5. I think it was against Jimmy Croxton, and then he was able to turn it back round and get over the line.
He's
incredible high quality.
He actually landed perfect. Got a feel for Luke there because he's hit that break like perfect.
No doubt about it. His best break in the match, and no success from it at all. Very frustrating for him after winning 3 straight. And he's going to have to try and win 3 straight if he wants to win this match once again, because he's now 6-4 behind. Although if you're Luke Gilbert, I think you'd take 2 more and get it into a 6-rate shootout. Probably hits his worst break of the match.
Gets a ball. And
makes a ball. And what's the chance like? Oh, if that red drops in the middle, not bad. Even if not, yellows aren't terrible.
I think yellows, because I think the yellow goes off the red into the middle. Obviously the yellow goes along the bottom rail.
Yeah, and the red bit nearest the cue ball now would have been a problem as well, potentially. So yellows is the choice.
I mean, he could play this yellow off the red and maybe screw into the yellow and red, maybe.
Good call. Not nicely on the next ball though,
But he's on it.
but he is on it.
And if he can clip this one right middle, he's on the one over the left middle, and then they all link up a little bit. It's just the 8.
Oh, that's a lovely shot.
That's a great shot.
Floats past that red to land. Ball in hand, perfect. Everything in the open. 8 ball, as you say, Shane, is the one to land on now.
Drop down now, play this one along the bottom rail, and back up.
Extension call.
Let's go the other way.
Is that a sign that he's accepting of a double on the 8 ball?
No, I think he's going to play this with a load of run inside to come in inside it, and he's got the 8 in the middle or the corner.
Oh, this is delicate, but it is for the match.
I think I'd have played that a bit harder to come to the other middle or the corner.
He's going long.
Yeah, I prefer to go long here. It's in.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
that was right on the edge. Well, Luke Gilbert, you got one final chance.
No.
Oh, not now. He won't even let Rob play it. He's going to come forward to shake his hand. A fascinating match. Rob Wharne raced into a 5-1 lead, then pegged back to 5-4, but came up with the goods at the end. Fascinating battle between two fantastic players.